You feel it, don't you? That weight on your shoulders that doesn't belong to you. The voices, the patterns, the pain is passed down, inherited, unspoken, but present in every decision you make. You weren't born with chains, but somewhere along the line they were fastened to your name. The anger that explodes out of nowhere. The shame that whispers you're not enough. The scarcity mindset. The fear of being seen. The instinct to survive rather than thrive. It didn't start with you, but it can end with you. You are the one. The interruption. The stormbreaker. The one who stood up and said, "This will not continue through me." You're not just healing for yourself. You're healing for those who came before you, so who didn't have the tools, the time, the language, and for those who come after you who will never have to carry what you chose to destroy. That is power. Not loud, not flashy, but quiet, deliberate, generational. Because every time you choose patience over reaction, truth over silence, discipline over impulse, you are breaking a link in a chain that has wrapped your family for decades. You may be the first to do it scared, to do it unsure, to do it tired, but you're doing it. And that makes you the strongest one of all. They'll never understand how heavy it was, what it took to wake up and not let yesterday define today, what it cost to speak when your voice was taught to be silent, to believe in abundance when you were raised in fear, to choose healing when pain was all you knew, but you did it anyway. And every day you do it again, not because it's easy, but because something inside you refuses to pass the poison forward. This is what legacy really means, not wealth, not fame, freedom, a freedom your ancestors never had, but your children will never live without. They'll never know the war you fought for them, the nights you cried alone, the battles you faced in silence, the strength it took to undo what others accepted as normal. And that's okay. They're not meant to carry the weight. You are, and you're strong enough. You weren't just chosen. You volunteered, not with words, but with action. Every time you decided, it ends with me. You volunteered to be the one who paid the price so they could walk free. You are doing something sacred, something eternal. You are standing between the pain of the past and the promise of the future. And you are refusing to move. That is what it means to break chains. You are not the pain. You are the pattern breaker. You are not the trauma. You are the healer. You are not the silence. You are the voice rising through it. You were born into a legacy, but you don't have to die in it. You are not obligated to repeat what was handed to you. You are not required to wear the mask they wore, to love like they loved, to break where they broke. You are here to choose differently, to walk a road they couldn't imagine, to create a life they never had the chance to live. And no, it won't be easy, but it will be worth everything, because change at this level is violent, not toward others, toward your former self, the version of you that tolerated pain just to be accepted, that hid your truth so others could feel comfortable, that repeated habits just because they felt familiar. But that version is dying, and that death is sacred. You are being reborn, not into someone new, but into who you were always meant to be before the world taught you to forget. You are the memory restored, the strength remembered, the light reignited in a bloodline that's been dark for far too long. And when the world sees you rise, they won't know what it took, but heaven will, and your blood will. The day will come when someone in your bloodline will walk through life with peace they didn't earn, because you paid for it. They'll love with open hearts because you chose to heal your own. They'll trust their voice because you refused to stay silent. They'll chase dreams because you destroyed the fear that said, "We don't do that." And they'll never know your name made doors open because your work was done in the dark, with no applause, no trophies, just the quiet war of a soul that refused to surrender. And that's the deepest kind of love, to fight for people who may never know your face but will walk in the freedom your fight created. You are planting seeds in a garden you may never stand in, but generations will eat from the tree you refuse to let die. That is eternal work. That is sacred labor. The pain didn't start with you, but the healing can. And the most powerful thing you can do for your family is become someone no one has ever been. Someone who doesn't pass on pain. Someone who doesn't inherit dysfunction like a crown. Someone who doesn't let fear run in the family anymore. Because when you break a chain, you build a future. This isn't just your fight, it's a turning point in history. One life, reshaping a lineage, one voice, correcting generations of silence, one decision, rewriting what your family name stands for, and it's you, the cycle breaker, you, the healer no one expected, you, the warrior with no sword but unshakable will. They may call you different, let them. They may call you too much, wear it. They may never understand what you're doing, but one day, someone will say your name with reverence. Because of you, they'll grow up free. Because of you, they'll see love modeled instead of pain repeated. Because of you, they'll chase dreams instead of running from demons. Because of you, everything changes. So when the weight feels unbearable, remember who you carry. When the pain resurfaces, remember who you're protecting. And when the old patterns scream to return, remember who you're becoming. You're not doing this alone. You're doing it for every soul that will come through your legacy. And when you feel like quitting, listen closely. Your future bloodline is whispering, keep going. You're breaking generational chains. Don't stop now.